Hello everybody! In today's video we are going to continue with our analysis of the 5 pillars of Islam. We spoke previously about the attestation of faith or Shahada. Today we are going to speak about prayer, Salat in Arabic. Prayer is very important in Islam, as the Quran states in chapter 20 verse 14. It says, "Be constant in prayer as to remember me." So in the holy book of Islam it is stated that God is asking from us to be constant, meaning regularly you have to engage in prayer, you have to remember God. And therefore that is why prayer in Islam is of very high importance. In fact, there are 5 daily prayers that every Muslim must perform. It is obligatory. And different times of the day there are certain prayers that a Muslim person must do, that must perform. Each prayer is composed of different parts, which include of course invocation, the recitation of the Quran, prostrations, etc. And the believer engage in a personal relationship with his Creator, with his God. It is a moment in which, even though he might pray alone at home, or he might pray with the community, which is praiseworthy indeed, it is said that the person who prays in the community, with the community in the mosque or the masjid, has a reward 27 times more than if he prays alone at home. But the point is that when the believer is engaged in prayer and expressing to his Creator thankfulness, in this case, he's connected with Him, and he must feel that he is in the presence of the King of the universe, the King of the world, and that's such a great privilege. And when he bent his knees and put his forehead on the ground, that's a lesson of humility, showing that we need God. Also, regarding prayer in Islam, before prayers there's a stage of purification. It's called wudu. It's the cleansing of the body, and the person not only cleans himself physically to be ready to prepare himself to present himself before God, but also symbolically it's a way of cleansing spiritually. Indication that when we present ourselves before God, we have to be clean physically and spiritually, because God knows the intentions, God knows the heart. We cannot fool God. Therefore the act of ritual ablutions with water, sometimes with sand if you don't have water, is an indication that you have to be conscious of your status before your Creator. That when you present yourself before God, you have to clean yourself. And if you are clean before God, then you will be clean also before men, and everybody will know that such a person is an upright individual. Regarding prayer, as the Prophet said, is of great merit also. There are different kinds of prayers. I already emphasized the 5 daily prayers. Then there is a communal prayers called Jum'ah on Friday. Also there are certain prayers at different times of the year in the community for specific Islamic holidays, in the Eid, during Ramadan. There are certain prayers also, dua, that comes from the heart, when the person opens his heart for the Creator. And as I was quoting, the Prophet said that these kind of prayers that comes from the heart, he calls it true adoration, because the individual is opening his heart to the Creator. It's a prayer that is coming from his heart or her heart, and therefore has a very important value, because what is in your heart, that you will express to God. What troubles you, your worries, you open your heart as if you are talking to not only to the King, but someone that you can rely on, because God is in fact encouraging us when He says, remember me, be steady in your prayers. Therefore, He promised us that if we open our hearts to Him, if we leave to the side worries, He will take care of whatever afflicts us, our difficulties. And therefore, prayer is a way of finding relief. Sometimes when you have many problems, you want to find someone to speak, to let out your problems, whatever worries you. Okay, you can do that with a human person, I don't know, with your husband, wife, father, mother, friend. But it's very important also to be open with God. Express what is in your heart. He knows it. But it's also a way of trusting Him to express what is in our heart. And these are kind of personal prayers also that we have in Islam. This kind of supplication, invocations, remembrance of the Creator all the time is very important. And that's why prayer, Salat, is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. God willing, in the next video we are going to continue with more on this topic, and we'll expand in the understanding and the explaining about each of these components of the Islamic faith that are essential parts of the life of a Muslim person. As always, thank you so much for your attention, and God willing, we'll see each other in the next video.